You need to find the hard drive in there with the Z physiological data on it. Load it into the hard drive reader on the table, and you'll be able to use Z parts to bypass the scanners. Best I can do without easy access to your medical files, thanks to the virus. There are a few hard drives scattered around. It looks like Colin ran this last and didn't clean up after himself. For heaven's sake. It's like working with a child. Have you found the data? Try putting any drive you find in the reader. It has to be one of them. Open your eyes. I'm not asking for something particularly difficult here. Sorry. Sorry, Lieutenant. Just been a stressful day. I know you're doing your best. It may be hidden in a box or under a hat or something. Because that's where normal people keep hard drives. Just straight. Once you find the hard drive, put it in the reader on the table. There are a few hard drives scattered around. It looks like Colin ran this last and didn't clean up after himself. For heaven's sake. It's like working with a child. Have you found the data? Try putting any drive you find in the reader. It has to be one of them. Open your eyes. I'm not asking for something particularly difficult here. Sorry. Sorry, Lieutenant. Just been a stressful day. I know you're doing your best. It may be hidden in a box or under a hat or something. Because that's where normal people keep hard drives. They just strangle you, Colin. Once you find the hard drive, put it in the reader on the table. There are a few hard drives scattered around. It looks like Colin ran this last and didn't clean up after himself. For heaven's sake. It's like working with a child. Oh, trust me. I can get them there. Great. Grab the Z parts in there with you. You should be able to use them to get out of that room. Sorry for locking you in with dismembered Z bits. It was the best way to make sure this crazy plan is gonna work. I know it's gross, but it's what you have to do. Grab the Z arm, put it on the hand scanner. Grab the Z head, hold it in front of the cerebral scanner. That will open the door. We really don't have time for squeamishness. I know it's gross, but it's what you have to do. Grab the Z arm, put it on the hand scanner. Grab the Z head, hold it in front of the cerebral scanner. That will open the door. We really don't have time for squeamishness. Something is going on out here. I don't think I'm alone. I keep hearing, something moving around out here. Something big.
Get ready, boss. This is the big show. The whole reason you're here, and I'm a giant head. You've got to get the Z-DNA stored in the master control computers way up at the top of the containment room. Which means you're going to have to kill whatever's in that room. I guess that explains the tentacles. You can't shoot something that big into the great beyond with pistols and shotguns, and I've got nothing. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess. Hopefully, Colin left us some clues.
Lieutenant! He's here!
Enough! I'm done playing with you. I am your master now, the Supreme Being. You will deliver the vile Matron data to me. My patience is limited, Lieutenant, but Emma's suffering is not. That data. You are after it as well. The virus was leading you here the whole time. Clever. For a collection of evolutionary dead ends. Mr. Foster, that's who you've been talking to. isn't it? Is he here with you? In your head? It all makes sense now. No matter. Both you and he mean nothing to me. Nor does this soft little meat sack you call Emma. You will bring the data to me. I command it. Unfortunate. Such a terrible blasphemy against a beautiful creation.
Hey, a loudspeaker system. Excellent. Sounds like a patriarch decided to show up. So dramatic. It's a shame about Emma. She has a few skull fractures from the sound of it. I mean, she works for Halsey, but nobody likes having their head squashed by a self-absorbed, overly talented freak. Did you know he has a chain gun for an arm? What is this, an 80s movie? Anyway, you need to use the two hack tools to lower the elevator. Get to it, mate. That will look super gross. You shoot fire. Let's try at least. Maybe if you can put a lump of pain into the tentacles or the heads, it will distract them. Open the hack tools, partner, just like the ones you did before. Grab it and rotate your wrist until it turns green. Then pull to go to the next stage. Just keep the tentacles occupied while you do it. With a try at least. Maybe if you can put a lot of pain into the tentacles or the heads, it will distract them. Good work. The elevator is heading down. Sorry to crash your party, Patty. Usually I meet your clones at bullet re-gifting parties, so we don't get many opportunities to talk. How you been? How are the kids? Get on the elevator. It only gets worse from here. If I'm reading this right, you can reroute power into that doohickey above that horrible monster by opening the hack tools on this level. Doohickey is a technical term. Look it up. I think the doohickey does something that will hurt it a lot.
Continues to prattle. Your lack of progress merely earns you future suffering. You will pay for every mistake in blood.
He seems testy. Is he always like this? Maybe it's something he ate? Bad gas? I hear being a mutant freak can cause that. Get to the hatch. Grab the handle, rotate them until they turn green. Then hold. Don't get rattled by the patriarch. He just wants them to die. You, me, humanity, grandmother. Really? What did you expect from Mr. I replaced my arm with a chain gun? Get up to the next level. Looks like the elevator's a no-go, so... On this level, turn on a flamethrower. That sounds like a winner. Complete the hack tools, and then it gets to play everyone's favorite game. Oh no, I'm on fire!
Of flesh. Bring my child to me. Even a fool like Foster chooses the right path occasionally.
So close. else, Pug. Just get those hackers open and we can use the greatest problem-solving force in the world. Fire. Okay, good job, mate. But it's not dead yet. Certainly it's a tough bugger. Get up to the top floor. Colin said he left us a present up there for just such an emergency.
What you asked. It's not my fault.
Silence, fleshbag. Your usefulness is ended.
Burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting bomb maker. What do you think? Bomb maker? See if he left us any directions.
Not my fault.
Silence, fleshbag. Your usefulness is ended.
Going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting bomb maker. What do you think? Bomb maker? See if he left us any directions.
flesh bag. Your usefulness is ended.
Going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting bomb maker. What do you think? Bomb maker? See if he left us any directions.
What you asked. It's not my fault.
Silence, flesh bag. Your usefulness is ended.
I think he's going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting bomb maker. What do you think? Bomb maker? See if he left us any directions.
What you asked. It's not my fault.
Silence, flesh bag. Your usefulness is ended.
Going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting bomb maker. What do you think? Bomb maker? See if he left us any directions.
What you asked. It's not my fault.
Silence, flesh bag. Your usefulness is ended.
He's going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting bomb maker. What do you think? Bomb maker? See if he left us any directions.
It's not my
Silence, fleshbag. Your usefulness is ended.
Going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting Bomb Maker. With you. Bomb Maker, see if you left us any directions.
I did what you asked. It's not my fault.
Silence, fleshbag. Your usefulness is ended.
I think he's going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting Bomb Maker. What do you think? Bomb Maker, see if you left us any directions.
I did what you asked. It's not my fault.
Silence, fleshbag. Your usefulness is ended.
Going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting Bomb Maker. What do you think? Bomb Maker, see if you left us any directions. going to burst a blood vessel, or a tentacle, or something. It looks like Colin set up chemicals in some sort of mixing machine. I'm betting bomb maker. What do you think? Bomb maker? See if he left us any direction.